Have you grown tired of a spaghetti dinner for a quick weeknight meal? Well, I've got a twist on this go-to pantry staple that will give your spaghetti game a whole new life. Hey everybody, and welcome to Cooking It Real. My name is Kathy, and I'm so glad you're in the kitchen with me. Today, I'm going to show you one of my family favorites, all-time family favorites. My kids always called it peanut butter spaghetti. And you may say, peanut butter spaghetti? What is that? Well, basically, it's like an Asian noodle dish. Think of like a sesame peanut dressing that goes on Asian noodles. Yeah, this is just the American version of it. But I'm here to tell you one thing. If you tend to go to spaghetti as a quick meal when you're in a hurry, when your kids are starving, when they're whining and crying and just getting all over the place, and they want something and they want it now, and you boil a pot of pasta and you throw a couple of jars of sauce on it and you call it done. Well, that is a good thing. But sometimes that just gets to be a little old. It's like spaghetti again. Well, try this one this time. Peanut butter spaghetti. I'll show you how to make it. I'll try to do it in real time so you can see just how quick and easy it is. And I promise you that if you try it, I think you're really going to like it. What peanut butter spaghetti is basically is a spaghetti noodle, boiled spaghetti noodle with a peanut sauce. And it's very quick and easy to make. I love to add vegetables to mine. And the best part about this is when you add the vegetables, you don't have to have a separate pan. You don't have to stir fry them. You don't have to cook them in advance. You just add them to your pasta water. Could that be simpler? Today, I'm going to add some of my classic additions. I like carrot, and I like to slice them on the diagonal. This is getting a little bit big, so I'm going to put this here and add this here. And I also like to add broccoli and a little bit of red onion. Now, you can substitute the kind of vegetables that you like or your family likes. I would suggest other vegetables that would be good in this would be like green beans or peas or maybe even some corn, or what else? Mushrooms. If you want to, you can add chicken, cooked chicken. That's what would make it quick and fast. If you have like a rotisserie chicken, if you have some left over, or if you just bought a rotisserie chicken, just pull some pieces off and throw them in at the end, and you will have a delicious chicken peanut butter spaghetti. But you don't have to do that because there's enough protein in the peanut butter. Okay, so you're getting all the protein you need without having to add an animal product if you don't want to. All right, so I got broccoli, I got carrots. And now I'm going to say that I'm going to make like 3 or 4 servings with all of this, but to be honest, I could probably eat all of this myself. All right, and I'm going to use about half of this onion. Get these little bits out of here. Go away, bits. Maybe a little bit less than half. If you don't like onion, don't use it. If you don't have a red onion, you can use a yellow onion. You can use green onion. You can use whatever you like. But I'll tell you what, if you really are in a hurry and you don't want to even bother to chop up any vegetables, if you would typically just have your pasta with a can or a jar of sauce on it, I'm going to show you how to make the peanut sauce, and just make that. You don't have to add any vegetables. Okay, you can just have it plain with the noodles. It's all up to you. This is one of those recipes that, as you know, if you've been here for any length of time, you know that I love a recipe that is easy peasy and can be customized. All right, now let's make the sauce. All right, now, the first thing we need is peanut butter. Just regular supermarket peanut butter, your favorite brand, whatever it is. If you don't do peanut butter, you can use a sunflower butter or an almond butter, whatever you do. I like, or even if you use like a fresh ground peanut butter that doesn't have any sugar in it, you might want to add a little bit of sweetness. I think that's important. Now, I'm sort of eyeballing this, but I think it's about a half a cup. All right, I'm going to let you look at it just to see. What do you think? Is that a half a cup? I think it is. All right, look how easy this sauce is. What you need after you put it in a bowl is you need some hot water. I got a pot of water going, so I'm going to grab me a measuring cup, which I should have done before. Grab me a measuring cup, and I'm going to get some of my water from my boiling pot and add it to this peanut butter. Now, this is probably about a half a cup of water. I'm just going to add a few tablespoons to start. And then with a fork, which is the easiest way to do it, I'm going to mix up this peanut butter. And a really amazing thing happens. It goes all liquidy and gooky, and then it starts to get thick again. So, okay. I'm going to add a little more water. I'm going to use my fingers, which are impeccably clean, because I just did the veggies. I go like this, wipe them off in a towel. Hope you can see my bowl. Add a little bit more water. Mix this up. And now to give it a little bit of that Asian flair, I'm going to add just a few drops of soy sauce. This is about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon. Mix that in. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more water. I don't like to add the water in all at once because I want to know what the consistency is going to be before I totally commit. I have in the past added a lot of water at a time, and then I wind up adding more peanut butter because you want it to be, loose like a sauce, but you don't want it to be runny. Now, here comes the way to customize it. Now, if you have kids or anybody, not even a kid, that's not into spice, you don't have to add any spice. I'm going to add this sambal oelek. It is basically just ground fresh chili paste. All right, this stuff is hot, but I like it. And you just do it to your taste. I'm going to add about 1.5 teaspoons and mix that in. If you don't have this, you could use like sriracha. You could use red pepper flake. You could use just hot sauce, or you could leave it out. You could even just add like a couple tablespoons of just plain ketchup, which would be good for this too. Now, another thing I'm going to add in just a moment, I'm going to thin this out just a little bit more. Let's see what we get. So I'm going to add some sesame oil, and that will really give it the Asian flavor that my family likes. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now you see, this is sort of like peanut butter. It's a little bit looser. No problem. Let's get this in here. I'm going to use about 1/2 teaspoon at the most. You don't need a lot. This is very flavorful. All right. So the sauce is made, and now it's time to put our pasta in the water. Let me bring you over there and get that done. Okay, here's my water. It's boiling. I'm going to add a good pinch of salt, and I'm going to add my pasta. Now, don't freak out, everybody, but I'm a pasta breaker. Now, I have friends who will say I am crazy, but I do it all the time. Bonnie, you get me. Joyce, Kirsten, not so much. All right, in it goes. So 1 and 2. Yeah, I don't know. I never measure pasta. I really don't. I either add like a whole package of it, or I just add what I feel I want to add. All right, I give it a stir. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set my timer for 8 minutes. Boom. I'm going to give this a stir. And as it comes up to a boil, I'm going to time my vegetables, adding the hardest ones first, and just add them right to this pot so they all cook together. Gonna drain it, and boom, then we'll be ready to add it to the sauce and eat. Okay, so at the 6-minute mark, I'm going to add my carrots and my broccoli, and they are just going to boil together with the pasta. Come on, everybody in. I'm going to save out my onions for just a few more minutes. Give all that a stir. I like to have the vegetables still maintaining a bit of a crunch, okay? Not too hammered. If you prefer soft vegetables, or the people in your family prefer soft vegetables, then put them in right away, okay? Or even start your vegetables first and then put in your pasta. Nobody likes overcooked pasta. It's like 2.5-minute mark. I'm gonna finish up with the onions. I want those to stay really nice and crunchy. Give that a stir. And now we're just counting down till it's time to drain. If you were going to add chicken, or let's say if you wanted to add shrimp that was not cooked, now would be a time to add it. If you were going to add chicken that was cooked already, you could add that now, or you could wait until like 30 seconds before it's ready to be drained. Just enough time to get it warmed up. Here we go. All right, now let's get this into the sauce. And while we're getting this all mixed up, I'd like to invite you to like this video if you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Liking the video gets it out to a wider audience. And of course, if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, you're never going to miss one of my episodes. Another thing I did while things were boiling was I didn't chop it up yet. I was going to say I picked some cilantro. Basil would be good with this too. But you know, you can leave it out. Not a problem. All right. I like it. I like it a lot. Why is she always singing? I don't know. Why is she always talking to herself? I don't know that either. All right, here we go. I should get my little pasta sporky forky thingy. That would probably be an easier thing to do. Look how pretty this looks. You want to dig way down and get it all mixed up. Yep, and then you just serve it up right away and have at it. All right, let me get a plate. Oh yeah, make sure I get some broccoli. Broccoli. Oh yeah. Get that broccoli up top so it looks so pretty. And some carrot. Come on, people. Here we go. Yeah, that's beautiful. Don't forget, like I said, you can add chicken to this or whatever. All right, now it's time for the taste test. I absolutely love this dish, and I haven't had it for quite a while, so I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know if I have enough hot sauce. I did add a little bit more sambal while you weren't looking, but you make it to your taste. Mm. Mm-hmm. So comforting. It's a little bit sweet, a little bit savory, not sweet in a, cake and cookie kind of way, but just that nice sweetness. Get some green. This is going to bring your game up a whole nother notch. And you have probably everything you need right in your pantry. I mean, you might not have the sambal or anything like that. You don't have to add that. Squirt of ketchup, that adds a lot of flavor too. Give this a try. Tell me what you think. I'd love to know if you tried it and how you liked it. Or if you have any suggestions about how to modify it. I always love hearing about that. So that's it for today, guys. And thanks so much for being with me. And I hope to see you again on the next Cooking It Real. Bye.